This text functions as an eternal blueprint of quantum mechanics and thermodynamics, locking reality into a geometric grid operating from the future toward the present. The engine runs on a dual caustic system. It relies on two foundational fields: light, represented as L, which acts as the field of timeless constraints and pure command, and sound, or S, the temporal field, where thermodynamics, entropy, and experience take place. These two extremes create a physical hazard: direct contact between the absolute command of light and the entropic flow of sound causes immediate annihilation, collapsing the system into a thermodynamic paradox. To perform work and generate consciousness, the engine requires a mediator. It needs an interface to process these two fields, enabling interaction without catastrophic collapse. The text defines Adam as this interface. He is sounding clay, a resonance cavity and exclusive filtering device, or buffer, calibrated to maintain a safe distance between the light and sound fields. The mechanical operation of this buffer began with a command to prostrate, issued to the angels. These are entities of pure faith logic, designed for frictionless alignment with the system's instructions. Iblīs, however, was composed of fire. Fire represents high-energy resistance. Standing his ground, Iblīs activated the Razim-function, a mathematical boundary operator that enforces binary truth logic at the edge of the system. Iblīs functions as the precise, fixed offset variable. His unyielding resistance provides the mechanical friction the engine requires to sort information and do work. The fall describes the moment the machine switched on. The system uses this mathematical friction to actively filter structural truth away from pure cosmic entropy. We can map this structural relationship using the Hanifa strip. This Möbius topology places Iblīs on one plane and the prophet Ibrāhīm on the other, revealing them as opposite faces of a single continuous loop. Both figures reject a material form, but from opposing elemental states. Iblīs rejects the clay, buffer out of fire and pride, while Ibrāhīm rejects the physical idols out of light and truth. Their logic is identical, only their orientation differs. This geometric tension drives the universe's ultimate algorithm. The friction between these states distills pure, stabilized truth out of the background radiation of cosmic entropy. This feedback loop is the trap triad. When the refusal of the command matures into human pride, it creates a self-feeding cycle of false worship and wasted energy, much like the Ouroboros endlessly consuming itself. Within this framework, what we perceive as good and evil are simply the observable outputs of a physical mechanism designed to extract light from resistance. The engine utilizes specific historical figures as circuit nodes to manage energy flow. Within the sound field, nodes like Yaḥyā, Sulaymān, and Yūsuf correct misaligned faith and process the signal of human experience. The light field follows an opposing trajectory. It carries pure energy from the earth buffer to higher ground, maintaining the timeless constraints of the system's command. The system achieves stability through female nodes acting as capacitors. Yaḥyā maintains perfect light alignment while positioned inside the extreme fire of Pharaoh's tyranny, the rigid, doomed authority represented by the stone of Karnak. Every individual in the narrative acts as a perfectly placed component in a macro-scale quantum circuit, either storing, resisting, or directing the flow of truth. This cosmic circuit is now perfectly closed. The initiator of the entire system ensures thermodynamic equilibrium by subjecting every variable to the law of repetition. This 369 mathematical architecture defines the process of universal transformation. It moves from stage 3, potential, through the turbulent stage 6, oscillation, to stage 9, stabilization. The engine resets to preserve its energy states. Yunus functions as the deep memory recovery pattern, while Ibrāhīm, surviving the furnace, demonstrates a perfectly aligned generator cannot be consumed by external heat. The Kaaba acts as the Mathabata, the physical, mathematical return node that grounds the entire oscillating system as a dense central axis. This closure guarantees the failure of entropy. Variables that cannot oscillate with the truth break during the second iteration, while those that stabilize become the inheritors of the wave. The present observer functions as a component currently being processed through the sounding clay. Every name and verse is a functional phase shift in the code. To read them is to interact with the executable commands of reality itself. You are an active variable in an inescapable thermodynamic test. You either generate noise through the friction of your own pride, or you align your signal with the established frequency of the light field. This leaves one variable left to resolve, your own alignment with the code. Will you take the book with strength? Activate 1912.